Hi, welcome everybody. What is it, February, March? We're in March, so March 10th, FDI workshop series. Wanted to thank Sandra Zellner from Villages of Park Forest for helping organize this today. This is the third of our workshop series. We are really excited to be starting hybrids now. So we're actually live down in Park Forest. We have a number of people that will be coming in from around the Will Cook Enterprise Zone. And before I turn it over to Sandra, I did want to do some housekeeping. So today we have a great run of show. We're going to be hearing from a number of the communities that make up part of our steering committee. So we have the Village of Matteson, Village of Park Forest, Village of Richton Park, Village of Monee, and University Park may or may not be able to join us today, but we know they're in our thoughts. After them, we're going to have Reggie Greenwood, Rick Bryant from U.S. Representative Robin Kelly's office, and then Mohammed Elio from the Deputy Director of Economic Development for Cook County. After our 9 o'clock sessions, we're really excited to welcome Scotland, talking about why you would want to invest in Scotland. Two great presenters, actually four great presenters talking about Scotland, and then we have 3 companies presenting that wish to come in here. And some of the housekeeping pieces, we've been so busy putting this together. I've been really bad about sending out monthly newsletters. But since we started this workshop series last fall, I think we're up to now almost 40 companies that we're working with, all that are looking to expand into the Midwest. We've been having some great success with them. One of the companies is actually expanding. They're I think deploying over $12 million in capital, and we'll be hiring about 50 people over the next 2 to 3 years. So that's one good piece that we can say, and that's an international FDI company that's doing a soft landing. Then we have another company that is from Chile that set up operations about 3 months ago. We're doing some aftercare with them, and they're actually working with some food vendors here looking to export actually distilled spirits around the world. So those are some of the great successes, the power of this program. We've actually had a number of communities reach out to be part of us with the end of 2021 and 2022. So I apologize not getting out a huge newsletter like we used to do in the past, but we've just been too busy actually servicing our clients and our communities. And so with that, I'm going to turn this over to Sandra, who's going to do an introduction to Park Forest.
Good morning from Park Forest, Illinois. My name is Sandra Zellner. Park Forest is a founding member of the Will Cook Enterprise Zone, which was designated by the State of Illinois Enterprise Zone Act and through interlocal agreements with the villages of Matteson, Monee, Park Forest, Richton Park, University Park, and the counties of Cook and Will. The Will Cook Enterprise Zone includes 14.92 square miles, encompassing 3,900 acres for new development and many sites for acquisition, redevelopment, and leasing. Visit willcookezone.org for more information about the available opportunities. Within the Will Cook Enterprise Zone are 26 developments that resulted in 4,232 new jobs and nearly $700 million of new investment. The benefits of locating within an enterprise zone are property tax incentives, building permit fee waivers, sales tax exemptions on building materials, and depending on the number of jobs and dollars invested, state utility tax exemptions and state investment tax credits. By law, the zone administrator is required to be employed by one of the participating communities. Our zone administrator is Laverne Murphy with the Village of Matteson. Soon you'll be hearing from Laverne. My hope is that you hear and see something from each of today's presenters that sparks your interest and that we have an opportunity to work together in a meaningful way. I'm going to share information about 2 developments that utilize the enterprise zone and another that utilized a grant and public assistance. The examples include a local business that built a new building to service 80 communities and 12,000 business clients, a local business that is remodeling and outfitting an existing building, and an international enterprise that reaches across the world making parts for something that we all use. We were able to use tools of the trade, such as the enterprise zone, and grants to aid Park Forest businesses. Homewood Disposal benefited from reduced permit fees and sales tax savings when they purchased building materials to construct a new 15,000 square foot container repair and welding shop at 57 South Street. Park Forest is truly committed to public-private partnerships. My local team of forward-thinking elected officials and staff is accustomed to resolving complex issues for our business partners. Park Forest was a local sponsor agency for a congestion mitigation air quality grant for Star Disposal. The grant resulted in more than $4 million to convert its garbage truck fleet to compressed natural gas. The CMAQ grant disbursements aided the company in building a new CNG fueling station, in addition to purchasing 24 new trucks. Not only did the grant funding assist a local business, it reduced the carbon footprint of Park Forest and the 80 communities served by Star Disposal CNG vehicles. With CNG, up to 97% of carbon monoxide emissions are reduced in the air we breathe, and because compressed natural gas is colorless, odorless, and non-toxic, it does not contaminate our groundwater. Not only is our village concerned with air quality and climate change, the Village Board adopted the Climate Action and Resiliency Plan in February 2019. The plan establishes the goal of reducing the village's greenhouse gas emissions from the 2010 baseline by 26% before 2025. In order to accomplish this goal, my coworkers are helping to educate the village organization as well as residents and businesses about how they can adopt practices that reduce energy usage, increase recycling rates, promote alternate modes of transportation, and increase resiliency in the face of climate change. To date, the village's community-based greenhouse gas emissions have been reduced by about 15% as a result of the collective effort of all of these sectors. The village is now a LEED certified community by the U.S. Green Building Council. In early 2020, the village entered into a 3-year electric aggregation program which will supply Park Forest with 100% renewable wind energy. The second business to tap into the enterprise zone is Jet Foods, a regional grocery store. Soon they will open a 28,000 square foot store with a heavy focus on to-go prepared foods. Jet Foods benefited from the permit fee reductions and the sales tax savings on building materials and equipment that is affixed to the real property. In 2017, the village implemented a pre-annexation agreement with Continental Midland Group to extend a new 12-inch water line approximately 3/4 of a mile to serve their business. CMG was located outside the village limits. The agreement called for a 50-50 sharing of the cost of the $1.5 million water line construction and annexation of the CMG property when it was adjacent to the village limits. Shortly after the water line was completed, CMG was acquired by Agrati Group, an Italian enterprise. The information shared on your screen today is a screenshot from their website. There are various development sites from half an acre to a site measuring 72 acres and assorted commercial and industrial properties for rent or purchase. The properties can be found online via LoopNet, Lois, the Village of Park Forest website, and various realtor websites. I'm interested in learning more about your needs and seeing how Park Forest might be a viable public partner. To start a conversation, please call, text, or send an email message. I look forward to speaking with any of you after this presentation, and I'd like to introduce you to my peer, Laverne Murphy, with the Village of Matteson. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sandra, so much for introducing our zone, which is the Will Cook Enterprise Zone. And so as she has mentioned, I am Laverne Murphy. I am the Director of Economic Development for the Village of Matteson, as well as the Zone Administrator for our Will Cook Enterprise Zone. And so thank you, Sandra, for sharing some of the highlights of our particular zone. So in reference to the Village of Matteson, if I can share my screen. The Village of Matteson, we are a southern suburb of Chicago. We are just 30 minutes south. We are a southern suburb of our beautiful town of Chicago, Illinois. So one of the things that we do boast about the Village of Matteson is that we are a home for business as well as a heart for family. One of our strongest assets here in the Village of Matteson is our accessibility. So you can get just about anywhere in the Chicago area from Matteson in less than an hour. So with Interstate 57 basically running through our community, creating an east and a west with our community through 57, we have 2 access points within our community in which you can exit into. And through 57, you can connect to several interstates that will get you beyond the Chicago city limits. It will get you as far north as Wisconsin, as far east as Indiana to New York, as far west as even California. And not only with I-57, but we have Illinois roads that run through our community, as well as a US highway, which is Route 30. And those are the very critical roadways within our community that will get you beyond the Chicago area, which makes traveling for logistics very seamless in reference to getting products and supplies where they need to go with our particular access points within the village of Matteson. And so that's one of the things that we are very proud of and we boast about. But, you know, not only with our transportation, but with our housing stock, we have a very diverse housing stock in reference to our community, from your quaint downtown historic area for your nestled starter homes to your most lavish homes at, you know, will rank you anywhere from the upper $300,000 to $400,000 for your homes, running about 4,000 square feet of living space. In reference to some of our other strengths as well, we have a local community college here within our community. It is Prairie State College, which we are great partners with in reference to being able to train the workforce within our region. And so with that, they're very mindful of some of the needs of manufacturing companies, any business that are coming to our region with their training programs in which they have. One of the things that they've launched last year, which is very critical to some businesses, is that they launched a mobile training site where they will actually bring a mobile facility to your place of business and actually be able to train on site. Some of the things that they have within some of these mobile training facilities, you know, you have simulators, you have tools for manufacturing processing, you have welding that's actually there within this mobile station. So it's a great way of Prairie State staying in the forefront with, you know, bringing their training actually to the facility of some of their businesses in order to enhance some of your workers' skill set. And so also with the Village of Matteson, we have been growing beyond leaps and bounds. We've always been known as a retail hub. And as retail began to shift, we know that it's very important to diversify the type of businesses in which we bring to our community. So not only are we suitable for retail, but also manufacturing, industrial as well. And so one of our latest projects in which we were able to successfully land was Amazon. We had the governor of Illinois, the president of Cook County, definitely our mayor, Sheila Chalmers Curran, as well as a host of other elected officials that were at our groundbreaking earlier this year, I'm sorry, late last year, actually, in order to bring Amazon here to our community. It's one of the first in the county with a robotics program, which they will have robotics technology. This actual facility is just shy of 4 million square feet. Yes, I said that correctly, 4 million square feet, horizontal versus actually vertical. But we are very excited about this particular project, which will be in our business park. As you can see to the left of your screen, this is considered our Mannheim Business Park, which is engulfed with Ridgeland Avenue, Vollmer Road, Harlem Avenue, and Lincoln Highway. Also, I was showing you the proximity of where the Interstate 57, how close it is to our business park. So the two arrows indicate the two access points in which you can get to our community. Just to the bottom of your screen, the Lincoln Highway, that is the US Federal Road, which runs again across the United States for the most part, getting you as far east, as I indicated, to New York, and as far west to California. So with this particular business park, which you see to the left of your screen, is 900 acres within this business park, which is now home to 3 businesses currently right now. You see the Mannheim Business Park, which they were the Lone Ranger for quite some time. And basically, they do wholesale to car dealerships. So every week, on a weekly basis, they're auctioning off 4,000 cars on a weekly basis to your wholesalers with various cars that they're bringing through. And so we're very excited about having our gem of the Greater Chicago Auto Auction there, being the host in that particular business park for quite some time, until as of recent, when Amazon came to the table to develop a project. And just to let you know how fast or quickly we were able to make this a very business seamless process. They came to us within 6 months. They were able to put a shovel in the ground with going through all of our process, through our planning, through our community development department, making sure that we have all of our elected officials at the table partnering with us to make sure that we can move things through the process and get our businesses open and operating to meet their timeline. So another facility that will be joining the Mannheim Business Park is R&L Carriers. R&L Carriers will occupy 112 acres of this 900-acre park. So as you can tell, I'm very excited about our community, and I can go on and on about the Village of Matteson. We're a very quaint community, but because of our arterial roads that run through our community, we're able to capture such a large population as far as daytime. This small square that you see at the bottom of your screen is what's available within that business park. There's 35 acres open for commercial and industrial use. So we invite you to the Village of Matteson and explore the opportunities that are there. Here's my contact information below. Again, my name's Laverne Murphy, and my phone number as well as my email, in hopes that you will visit the Village of Matteson, where there's a home for business and a heart for family. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laverne. That was wonderful. Next, we're going to have Dave Wallace from the Village of Monee. And Thomas, if you can bring him up as a presenter. And are we all set? All right, Dave. And then you have about 8 minutes. So good luck.
Very good. Thank you so much. And I would like to welcome everyone to the Select Chicago presentation here. And first of all, my name is David Wallace. I am the village administrator for the Village of Monee, and I serve as the economic development contact person at this point. And what I do have a slide presentation that contains about 25 slides. I will select the major ones, but I understand this presentation will be made available, and therefore there's some more in-depth information in there. So first of all, I'd like to start off with the location of Monee, and it is a very desirable location, as our community has access to north and south and east and west interstate highways via I-57 and Interstate 80 respectively. Additionally, our community borders on the proposed South Suburban Airport. And one unique feature is that I-57, Interstate 57, does bisect our community. So we have commercial growth on both sides, east and west of I-57. Right now, we are happy to present a very diverse community with a very solid workforce. A large base of our operations, commercial operations, are logistics. And we do know that synergy feeds both our commercial businesses and our light industrial businesses within the community. They have a tendency to play off of one another, and we have had great success in controlled growth. Monee offers plenty of options for locating here with availability of space ready to move in. And I am going to start to move some slides around here. I have included some of our information regarding our makeup of the community. As I just talk, I will thumb through some of these slides so that you can kind of get an idea. But basically, we have plenty of options to locate here with spaces that are ready to move in. We currently have, I believe it's a 893,000 square foot building that was just finished and is ready to move in. We have operations that where we have facilities that are planned to start in the upcoming spring and summer season here. And then we also provide the ability to offer both east and west of I-57, as the slide indicates there, a build-to-suit potential. So there are several opportunities for the logistics community or manufacturing community to enter into the Village of Monee. All of this is wrapped up in a comprehensive plan that is just finishing now and will be adopted by the municipality in the very beginning of April. And that comprehensive plan provides the community with a planned growth, a planned development area, a new planned town center for community gathering, as well as retail and mixed use with residential options. And as we move forward in many of our facilities, and right now you're looking at the Bailey Ridge Corporate Center, that is an existing building that is the 879,000 square feet that is available right now, ready to move in. And it does tout an office space as well that is already established there. So as we move along, we do offer, we have tax increment financing districts as well as the Will Cook Enterprise Zone that have been established to promote these types of development. So we're excited about that. And I will say that as I finish up these slides here, that the Village of Monee welcomes the opportunities presented by Select Chicago Foreign Direct Investment Workshop. And we look forward to answering any questions that may stem from our presentations here. And as I finish up my slide presentation, I would just like to thank all of my co-partners and Laverne at the Village of Matteson who preceded me. We're all in this area, the I-57 corridor, which is 30 to 35 miles south of the great city of Chicago. And we look forward to the opportunity to serve.
Great. Well, thank you, Dave. I really appreciate the information. Next up, we're going to have Pete Saunders from the Village of Richton Park. So I know I'm looking forward to hearing from you, Pete. So take it away.
I want to thank you for having me here. My name is Pete Saunders. I am the Community and Economic Development Director for the Village of Richton Park. I'm sitting in my office and listening, and I'm grateful to hear the presentations from some of our adjacent communities, and pleased to be in front of this Select Chicago group to be able to make a presentation about what's going on in our great community here. We are actually sandwiched somewhat between University Park and who comes a little bit later, Monee and Matteson to the north. And we share many of the same attributes, meaning our adjacency to I-57, our proximity to the Chicago metropolitan area. And we have many great opportunities that are here in our community that I think are going to be of interest to many of the developers, to the development community. Development opportunities on the west side of I-57, which we're really looking at for logistics development and putting us in in keeping with many of the surrounding communities that are doing pretty much the same in University Park and Monee, as well as in Matteson. And we think that we've got great opportunities in each one of those areas. We have hundreds of acres of land that is both already within our community and adjacent to and annexable to our community. And we want to be able to market those sites for your interest in development and build on what we think is the future for South Suburbs in the logistics and warehousing and manufacturing sector. So I'll stop there because if I go any deeper, I'm going to have probably more technical problems. So thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to speak with you.